Hey folks, Kyle, McPhee Enterprise Incorporated. Glad to have you back to the channel. On today's video, we are going to change out the infamous China bomb tires from our one-year-old RV travel trailer, Rockwood. From the factory, this trailer came with tires that were made in China. They're Castle Rock brand. And it is well known in the RV industry that there's a lot of problems with these tires and they have a lot of premature blowouts. Just an inferior product in my opinion. So what we're going to do today, I've ordered up some new Goodyear Assurance tires at the local discount tire. However, I have not unwinterized my trailer yet. It's not ready to move. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do 2 and 2. We're going to pop 2 tires off, take them to the tire store. They're going to swap out the tires. We're going to come back, put those on, take the other 2 up. That way we don't have to move the trailer at all. Just going to go through the procedure of what I'm going to go through here to safely get these tires off without damaging your trailer or dropping it on the ground, etc. First thing we're going to do is we're going to draw up all of the stabilizers because the trailer's got to be able to move a little bit. And then we'll put those back down once we got the tires off. So we're going to roll up the stabilizers. We got the compressor out here. We're going to take the lug nuts off, pop the tires off, jack stand it up on jack stands, make sure it's real safe, and then we'll go from there. Stay tuned. Okay, People's Exhibit 1. These are less than, this tire probably has 2,500 miles on it last year when it was new. We use air pressure monitoring sensors on the stems, but I just don't trust these tires. Too many incidents of premature blowouts. I always keep the air pressure perfect and everything else, and you can see the center stripe is wearing on these, and a lot of people are experiencing bulging. I don't see any of that on these ones. Let's get the rest of the by changing out these tires. Thunder, come here. This is the prodigal third son in the family. This is Thunder Chief. Hey, buddy. By changing out those tires, you're saving yourself a lot of problems. A lot of people have had premature blowouts. When the tire comes apart, it takes out all the side trim and plastic and all the thin metal in here, and then you've got a whole lot more problems to worry about. So I'm going to try to get ahead of the ball game on this and get rid of the China bombs. Off to the tire store. One more thing I'm going to do while I leave this trailer jacked up like this, while I go to the tire store, I'm going to bring the stabilizer jacks down to help it. In case the jack fails, at least the stabilizers will give it a little bit of resistance coming down. Just snug it up, that's all you need, just in case the jack fails. I'm pretty confident in my jack, but we'll go all the way around it and do all the stabilizers. Now we're off to the tire store. All right, folks, what we did here, just a little update. We Instead of going side to side, I found a few bottle jacks I had laying around and some blocks of wood, so I was able to take the entire trailer off the ground pretty safely here. Series of jacks, wood blocks, jack stands, got it stabilized, got this stabilizer jacks down to help, and then we took all 4 tires and wheels off and ran them to the local discount tire who had our Goodyear Endurance tires in stock, and here they are. So here's our new Goodyear Endurance ST 225 75R15s, and they got a speed rating, I believe, of 87 miles an hour on these ones. I'm never going to drive that fast, but they have good load rating and all that kind of stuff that fits for this trailer. So looking forward to seeing how those ride. We're going to get those installed in a minute. So long to the old China Bomb Castle Rock tires. I'm glad I got these things off. They were just an accident waiting to happen, I think. So while we have the tires off too, is I'm going to go ahead and pop the rubber bearing inspection cover here. It's just a little rubber tab, and I'm going to use the handy dandy grease gun with the bearing grease here, and we're going to grease the bearings so we're sure we got good lubrication in those bearings for the upcoming camping season. So we'll do that first, and then we'll get to putting the wheels back on, and we'll go from there. WD-40 on the threads, nothing too heavy. You don't want to be stuck on the side of the road with a flat and have your lug nuts rusted on. There's a mating surface between the wheel where the wheel butts up against the drum, and you can see there's a little corrosion there, from the aluminum wheel to the iron drum. It's a little corrosion, and I'll normally just hit that a little bit just to keep that drum or wheel from kind of welding itself to the drum. Some kind of chemical reaction between the aluminum and the steel drum there. So, all right, I think we're ready for wheels. On the side, you see we have our handy dandy center caps. I'm going to try to clean those up with a rag. I like to use Chemical Guys products on a lot of our stuff. We have a car detail shop we used to run here and still do some hot rod work. So we like to use waterless wash stuff. It's a cleaner and a wax all in one. It's good to get just some surface dirt off. These center caps are really easily damaged. They're really thin metal, so you kind of don't drop them. You gotta be real careful with them. They get marred up really easy. Whatever you do when you're cleaning your RV, wheels, or anything like that, you always want to use these microfiber towels. Other rags can scratch surfaces and leave some minor abrasions. These are the best thing going. We used to use cheesecloth back in the day, but since they didn't have microfibers, you know, way back when, and now they do, so they're really effective. All right, our center caps are clean. Let's get one of our wheels out. We got them balanced from Discount Tire as well, so good to go here. We'll clean the wheel up a little bit before we put it back on. I like to usually hit the inside and outside of the rim. This area inside here, if your tires haven't been off in a while, will also react to the steel hub, and there'll be a little bit of corrosion there. Sometimes you'll see people beating the hell out of their wheels trying to get them off the hub, and it's because those surfaces in here have corrosion or buildup. And so when I put it back on, I'll take some WD-40, just line the inside of that wheel for future preventative. These are areas you can't get clean when you got the wheel on, is down around those lug nuts, so we'll take this opportunity while the wheel's off to do that. All right, spin her around to the back of the wheel. Any dirt, mud, anything on a wheel will cause it to go out of balance, especially on the front end of a car or something like that. So you want to keep all that debris off your wheels. When you're camping, you go down a muddy road and you have to clean your RV, don't forget to clean the inside of these wheels and get all that mud out of the back side of them, because it will cause your tires to bounce and go out of balance. All right, I think we're ready to mount this one, so I'll grab our WD-40 and I think I'll just spray it directly on the hub here. That's a little easier. All right, old school trick I learned in automotive school. You're gonna mount a tire, you can spin the tire, spin the axle, put one of your lug nuts at 12 o'clock, find your wheel, index one of the holes at 12 o'clock, come over here in a squat position, save your back, put your elbows on your knees, and then just leverage it up on the studs. You never want to sit there and whack the, forgot to put the center cap on, my bad. You never want to whack the rim on the lug studs because you'll mar the threads all up. That'd be nice if I put the center cap in, huh? There we go. Now it looks right. Okay, lug nuts. Start with that 12 o'clock position. Hand thread, folks, hand thread. Never start them with an impact wrench. You'll cross up the threads. They should spin on very easily by hand. If they don't, chase the threads on the stud and clean them up. Inspect your lug nuts. Make sure the caps that they put over top of these for looks are nice and snug and they're not falling off. If they are, replace these lug nuts. You press on little thin metal caps that will come loose if you keep using impact guns on them. So you do need to replace your lug nuts occasionally if you do a lot of. Okay, so we're going to tighten the lug nuts down at this point with an impact gun, star pattern. So we're going to go 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 2 o'clock. One other thing. As you can see, there's a warning label right here from Rockwood, and it gives you the Lug Nut Torque specifications. So when I set this back down on the ground, we have a torque wrench. Okay, this is a wrench that has foot-pound settings that you can set it. It says 100 foot-pounds is the recommended torque. That's the tightening of the lug nuts to 100 foot-pounds. So we've adjusted this one to 100. We'll drop it on the ground. You can't do it when it's off the ground because the tire's spinning. So we'll drop it, put on our socket, and we'll run these down till this wrench will click. This is a click style torque wrench. They have all kinds of fancy ones that are digital readout, whatever. This is a click style. As soon as you hear the click, it's 100 pounds. And we'll do that all the way around the tire for all 4 tires. But we'll wait until we get it on the ground to do that. We're going to continue here with our second left side wheel install. Okay, we've got these both installed. What we're going to do now is slowly remove the jack stands. But before we can let it down, we've got to bring that stabilizer up so it doesn't bind. All right, folks, that's our project for today. We've got our Goodyear Endurance on, got our bearings greased. We're ready to roll for the season. The next video, we're going to unwinterize or summarize our camper. We're going to reverse all of our winterization procedures that we did in our other previous video. If you please check that out. We're going to get the water flowing again and get all that winter antifreeze pumped out of the system and get things back ready to roll. So stay tuned for that. Till then, take care, everyone.